The club was loud, the lights were blinding. The crowd was alive with music, and then she walked in. And suddenly, the music wasn't the only thing everyone felt. It was a Friday night like any other. My friends and I were at our usual spot, talking over the music, sipping our drinks. That's when the doors opened and she appeared. I don't remember what she said or how we started talking, but I do remember thinking she's unlike anyone I've ever seen. Her dress shimmered under the lights. Her confidence filled the room before her voice ever could. Every step she took felt intentional, like she knew all eyes were on her. One of my friends, noticing my stare, nudged me and whispered, "Who is she?" I didn't know, but I wanted to. She didn't dance right away. She let the room notice her. And when she did step onto the dance floor, it wasn't just dancing. It was art. People stopped talking, phones came out. The DJ even shifted the track as if the music was hers now. For a moment, I felt like the whole club revolved around her. She danced like she owned the place, but not in a mean or arrogant way. There was no cruel kick to her steps, no haughty flick of her hair, just pure joy. The kind that makes you want to join in, to laugh, to twirl. It was magnetic. And when she was done, she didn't strike a pose or take a bow. She just stepped off the dance floor and walked to the bar. I saw my chance. "Impressive performance out there," I said, hoping she wouldn't think I was too forward. She turned around, a slight smile playing on her lips. "Performance?" "I was just having fun." Her voice was calm, confident, like she was used to attention but didn't crave it. I took it as a yes and returned to my seat, unable to take my eyes off her. A few moments later, she was at her table. "Mind if I join you?" she asked, gesturing to the empty seat beside me. Of course, I didn't mind. In fact, I practically vibrated with excitement until she sat down. We talked about everything and nothing. She was witty, intelligent, and there was this fire in her eyes that made every word she said feel like an adventure. I learned her name was Elena. She wasn't from around here. She was visiting for a friend's wedding. I also learned that she wasn't there to impress anyone. She was celebrating. Celebrating what? I asked, intrigued. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she raised her glass. "To new beginnings," she said, her gaze fixed on some distant point. She didn't explain, but I didn't push. As the night went on, she pulled me to the dance floor. It wasn't like before, though. There were no spotlights or fancy footwork. This time it was slower, closer. Her eyes met mine, and the rest of the world faded away. For a few minutes, it felt like it was just us. The music changed, the lights dimmed, and I found myself laughing, leaning in closer than I ever had before. In another lifetime, maybe would have been in a different place, a different time, a different world. But this moment, this feeling, it was real. As the night drew to a close, she led me to the same spot at the bar where we first met. The familiar ache of impending goodbye settled in my chest. "Thank you for tonight," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "This was my last dance here," she confessed, her gaze dropping to the amber liquid in her glass. I was confused. "What do you mean?" I asked, reaching out to touch her arm, hoping she wouldn't pull away. She didn't. "This club," she began, her fingers tightening around her glass, "is where I spent years trying to be noticed, trying to be more than just another face in the crowd. But tonight," she looked up, her eyes shining with unshed tears. "Tonight, I realized I'm not here to be someone else's spotlight. I'm here to be myself." With that, she stood up, her silhouette framed in the soft glow of the neon lights. "Maybe," she said, turning back to face me, a ghost of a smile touching her lips, "I'll see you in the next place I steal the spotlight." Then she was gone, leaving me with the echo of her words and the fading memory of her scent. The club was still loud, the music still thumping, but everything seemed muted, like the world had dimmed its lights in respect. I stood there watching the spot where she had disappeared to, wondering if I would ever see her again. Would our paths cross once more? Or was this goodbye forever? The questions echoed in my head long after the music faded, and the lights came up, reminding me that sometimes the most unforgettable nights end with a single, "I'm leaving."